Hi everyone, Monisha here. In my previous video, I had completed the introductory part of a source of energy. In this video, I'll be completing conventional source of energy, which includes fossil fuels, uses and disadvantages of fossil fuels, and then thermal power plant and hydroelectric power plant, the uses of both power plants. These are the topics we are going to discuss in this video. I hope this video will be interesting for you. Let us start the session. In ancient times, wood was the most common source of heat energy. The energy of flowing water and wind was also used for limited activities. But the exploitation of coal as a source of energy made the Industrial Revolution possible. Increasing industrial revolution and industrialization has led to a better quality of life all over the world. It has also caused global demand for energy to grow at a tremendous rate. The growing demand for energy was largely met by fossil fuels like coal and petroleum. Our technology were also developed for using these energy resources. But these fuels were formed over millions of years ago, and there are only limited reserves. These fossil fuels are non-renewable source of energy, so we need to conserve them. These are some of the methods by which the fossil fuels are formed over millions and millions of years ago. For example, petroleum and natural gas formation. Tiny sea plants and animals died and were buried on the ocean floor. Over time, they were covered by layers of silt and sand. Over millions of years, the remains were buried deeper and deeper. The enormous heat and pressure turned them into oil and gas. Today, we drill down through layers of sand, silt and rock to reach the rock formation that contain oil and gas deposit. So this is how petrol and natural gas is obtained. Whereas our own coal, the largest energy resource. Before the dinosaur, many giant plants died in swamp. Over millions of years, the plants were buried under water and dirt. Heat and pressure turned the dead plants into coal. So this is the method how coal is formed. There are enormous disadvantages of fossil fuels. Pollution is the major disadvantage of fossil fuel. We eventually won't be able to mine fossil fuel because it needs millions and millions of years to form. Greenhouse gases can deplete the ozone layer. By burning fossil fuel, greenhouse gases comes, which depletes our own ozone layer. The ozone layer which protects us from UV rays, and we need it very badly. And the main thing is it is non-renewable. If it is gone, to obtain it, we have to wait for millions of years, which is not possible. The classification of source of energy. The source of energy is classified into two types. One is conventional and the one is non-conventional. In conventional, it is bifurcated into another two types. One is commercial and non-commercial. Commercial fuel is coal, petroleum, electricity, from which we usually get a lot of money. Where non-commercial is firewood and dried cow dung. Coming to non-conventional source of energy, that is renewable source, which we can get again and again. That is solar energy, wind energy, tidal energy, bioenergy, and energy from urban waste. Let us know some difference between conventional and non-conventional source of energy. Conventional source of energy are non-renewable, cause different types of pollution, low initial setup cost, very expensive per unit, limited reserves. Whereas non-conventional source of energy are renewable, causes very less pollution, moderate initial setup cost, very cheap per unit, and unlimited reserves. So these are the comparison between conventional and non-conventional source of energy. I hope you understood this. This is our turbine for generating electricity. The simplest turbines have one moving part, a rotor blade assembly. The moving fluid acts on the blade to spin them and impart energy to the rotor. Thus, we see that basically we need to move the fan, the rotor blade, with a speed which would turn the shaft of the dynamo and convert the mechanical energy into electrical energy. The form of energy which has become a necessity in today's scenario. We can see how this works. Thermal power plant. A thermal power plant converts the chemical energy stored in the fossil fuels into electrical energy that can be used in our homes and business houses. Let us try to understand the process of energy conversion. First, the coal is ground to fine powder which burns faster and thus produces more heat. After grinding, hot air is passed through the coal to remove moisture from it. This pulverized coal is then blown into the air boiler where it burns, converting its chemical energy into heat energy. This burning of coal produces ash and exhaust gases. This ash falls into the bottom of the boiler and then it is removed by the ash outlet system. Collected ashes are then sold to building industries where it is used as an ingredient for various building material like concrete, etc. The high temperature of the boiler converts the water in the tube into steam. The hot steam expands in the pipe, which further leads to high pressure. This high pressure steam is then passed to rotate the turbine, which converts the heat energy generated in the boiler into mechanical energy. Next, a shaft connects the steam turbine into the generator. This shaft transfers the turbine motion of the generator. The generator uses an electromagnet which converts mechanical energy to electrical energy. After passing through the turbine, the steam comes in contact with cold water pipes. These cold water pipes cool the steam so that it condenses back into water, which is then piped back to the boiler, where it can be used again. In coastal station, the cold water is pumped straight from the sea. Finally, the transformer converts electrical energy at a low voltage from the generator to high voltage. The national power grid uses these high voltage to transmit electricity efficiently through power lines to different power stations and further transmits it to our homes and business houses. Hydroelectric power plant. In this session, we will study about hydro energy, review the history of hydroelectric power plant, study the working principle of hydroelectric power plant, and specify the advantages and disadvantages of hydroelectric power plant. So what is hydro energy? Hydro energy is the energy generated by the force of water. This is a powerful way of generating electricity. The hydro energy is converted into electric energy by hydroelectric power plant, and this energy is called hydroelectricity. Let us learn about history of hydroelectric power plants. World's first hydroelectric power plant was built across the Fox River in Appleton, Wisconsin, US in the year 1882. India's first hydroelectric power plant was commissioned in 1887 at Sidrapong, Darjeeling in West Bengal. India's largest hydroelectric power plant is located across River Koyna in Maharashtra. It has the capacity of producing 1920 megawatt electricity. Bakra Nangal is the biggest dam in India, as well as the world's highest straight gravity dam. Let us know about the working principle of hydroelectric power plant. In this power plant, production of electricity depends upon various reasons. First, the height of the water from the ground level, volume of the water flowing per unit time, and the efficiency of the turbine. Hydroelectric power plant requires a water reservoir, so their plants are constructed near big dams. Water stored in dams have potential energy. The water under pressure is carried by a penstock and supplied to the turbine through the inlet valve. Penstock is a pipe made up of steel or concrete. A surge tank. A surge tank reduces the excessive water force on the penstock. Here, trash rack prevents the debris from getting entry into the powerhouse. Due to the force of water, the turbine starts rotating. Due to which mechanical energy is produced. The shaft from the turbine is connected to the generator. Therefore, the generator produces electricity. The voltage of the electricity is raised using a transformer, and this is transferred to the distribution line. After running the turbine, the water is passed to the downstream water level by a draft tube. The demand of electricity varies by day and night, as well as among the seasons. Hence, there is a need to store the water and energy so that it can be used at a time of high electricity demand. This can be done by pump storage process. Here, water flows in reverse direction. Let us know about advantages and disadvantages of hydroelectric power plants. First, we will know about advantages. The most important advantages is it keeps the environment clean. Hydro energy can be stored in high-level reservoirs and used whenever necessary. Electricity is produced at constant rate. The life of dams and power plants lasts for many decades. The water can be used for supplying drinking water, irrigation, water sports, industries, power plants. Another advantage is that when electricity is not needed, then the sluice gate is closed to stop the generation of electricity. It also allows storage of water to use whenever necessary. Disadvantages. Constructing hydroelectric power plants and dams is very expensive. It requires large area. Planning a hydroelectric plant and reservoir may lead to the disruption of the lives of people as they have relocated to another area. The relocation has to be taken place now and then. Let us go to the summary section. In this session, we learnt about hydro energy, history of hydroelectric power plant, working principle of hydroelectric power plant, and finally, advantages and disadvantages of hydroelectric power plant. Thanks for watching my videos. If you have any queries, suggestions or comments on my videos, kindly comment on the comment section below. Thanks for watching my videos. Thanks a lot.